Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back on Sunday night with SF1 GP1. We're in Austria tonight, where we could see a little bit of rain. We couldn't. It's going to be a great race. Stay on board. I'm joined tonight by Sam, aka Beer. How you doing, Sam?
I'm pretty good. Another All-American night.
Yes, I think the lads enjoyed this last time. So, cheers for helping me again. Kind of excited about this. This is kind of a anyone's playground track. So we are gonna see how these guys get on. I think we have almost a full grid tonight. I may be missing two people.
Might want to check the stream cop.
Why? What's up?
I just can't find it on my Twitch.
No, we're
I'm on
live.
your- I'm on your profile.
It will bounce on in a second,
Okay.
but we are live. We're 1 minute
cool.
in, so it usually kind of has a little bit
I
of a
trust you.
stutter. But we're in it. These guys definitely have some dry weather. What am I talking about? So who's going to be the first out?
Looks like it may get cloudy. It starts raining.
I'm interested to see who's going to have... See if we have any rain. Yeah, it just took a second, but we're here.
Someone real close here is coming out.
Williams, so... No, that's
Sauber.
It's got to be...
TR?
Leclerc?
No, it's the other one, Skillen.
Skillen? Oh.
Skillen's out first.
We'll keep it on board with Skillen here.
Then Swanee. Then the Williamses. Oh, it's Rara, then Swanee.
Skillen looks like he has a little bit of lag. Hopefully it's not his lag and maybe it's just on me. Gonna keep these comments open. Gonna post this to the page so everybody knows it's live. So just give me one moment, I'll be right there.
Yep. I just realized I have no game audio.
You know how you fix that, right?
No.
Press the center button.
Oh, there it goes.
There you go.
Got it, yeah. Smoke retired from the session.
He has a qualifying
I think
ban.
he, oh, he had a qualifying ban. That's right, I forgot.
So it'll be interesting to see where he comes from with starting at the back.
Mm-hmm.
He could, dive through this crowd. He's definitely going to probably start in the mediums as well.
And honestly, starting... Oh, it's raining.
Ooh.
On the pit lane it is.
I see a little bit of it on the track as well.
So these early laps are going to be crucial. Some people might get caught out here, depending on how late they go out.
Let's make sure that posted. Okay.
I just realized that on the intro you said Brazil because we were talking about the real life race before we started streaming. We are in Austria, not Brazil. Just a clarification.
Yes, my mistake. So we have 6 viewers. Cheers, viewers. If you haven't already, smash that follow button. Watch us every Sunday night. Watch these guys. Oh, who's right in front of Skillen? Goes a little... Okay, Carzola sits a 107. I think these guys...
Absolute coming across.
These guys are having what we had yesterday.
185, he's up there.
They're trying to get this outlap before it gets too bad.
I think Absolute invalidated.
Paige Cardinal's watching. What's going on, Paige? Cheers for joining us. So Honey Badger, Chronic, little off. Is the track already?
Somebody ran through the signs at the hairpin. Ooh, yeah, someone's turned around.
Oh Rob? Wow, that was quick.
I think Rob got turned around at the hairpin.
Ooh, Bingley. Now the guy can control the car. I think he'll be okay. goes 9th. Yeah, the track is definitely dissipating now.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jono almost
Rara,
loses it.
113. Swanee, 113.
Bravo,
Rabo, only
12.
112.7.
This is what I was kind of hoping for. We'd see a little bit of rain. Mark retires.
Mix up, yeah.
So it's up to Absolute and Jono.
I think, McLaren just crashed. Cookie just crashed.
Oh, he gets disqualified, blocking the pit lane.
Wow. He was sideways in the pit lane. Someone had to go around him.
So that puts him at
So
the
he is
bottom.
out of Q1. So Smoke is not starting in last place. Wow.
It would be interesting to see if
PTR getting held up on a lap here by Chronic.
Carzola says I've had
That's
enough. Let's see if I can stay on board with Absolute.
Incidents all over the place.
Yellow sector 2.
Yeah, there's a Force India in the gravel pulled over.
Wonder if it's Bingley or if it's
Bingley.
LaFerrari.
Yeah, it's Bingley.
Ooh, right on board with Absolute. Yeah, the track is already completely gone. And if
Gotta wonder if it's a dry race. They're all struggling really, really bad.
I think the rain just came so quick. I wonder if Absolute pits and puts on intermediates just to try to. Yeah, he's going for the pits.
Swanee's on another flyer, and he's coming around. He might be coming into the pit, though. I think he is.
Clerk
Get his battery
tires. Skillen is first out, and I think
Jono's the only one running right now. Or he's just starting his lap.
Ooh, brave soul Jono is. Leonard says, "Come on, Carzola." Leonard pulling for his teammate GP1.
Honestly, Absolute only has to set a time, and then everybody goes through. Absolute is the only one in danger. Jono doesn't have to be out. He honestly should just go back and not risk the damage. Because if he damages his car, he would be out of Q2.
I'm wondering if Absolute's gonna slap intermediates on, and he puts on full wet. There's intermediates. Okay.
Yeah, no use using the dries.
All right. Everybody's retiring now.
So if Q1 is any indication of how this race is going to go, we are in for some work.
I can't wait, man. I've been
3
hoping to
retirements
see.
in Q1.
This is round 9, so I think the first 5 races, 8 races, they haven't had any rain.
Yeah. It's about time.
Don't say that too harsh. They'll be a little upset. So Absolute comes out on the intermediates to try to bank a time.
Jono going into the pits. Once Absolute sets his time, everybody can just retire.
Somebody took out the pit limit sign. That doesn't help
Perfect.
either. It never helps.
Yeah.
So a couple of guys that
So Paz.
find themselves-
4th place. That's a bit higher than expected for him. That's a good showing. Early lap.
Ooh, Absolute gets into the gravel a little bit. I think he's still struggling even with intermediates. Going
Might
forward
have
with
got
Absolute.
a warning and gotten invalidated there. So you gotta be careful.
He is pushing still on hot lap.
Yeah. Track limits here are so crazy.
Is he going to beat Jono's time?
No. I guess that was his out lap.
Oh, getting a
Close
little
to an
close.
extension there.
Yeah. Swanee is
Swanee
coming out
putting on inners. Yep.
I think he's pretty safe. Jono slaps on the
Jono
inners
on
as well.
inners also.
Yeah.
Maybe just trying to do some wet practice in case it rains in the race.
Ferrari retires.
Leclerc had inners on, but he retired. Jono retires. Rara has inners on.
I think those two, Swanee and Rauer, are probably pretty safe. The two Toros who are running next to each other in France.
They're so close. What are they? 9 1,000ths apart.
Swanee does come out. Keep an eye on him. Oh, Absolute goes off just a bit.
Yeah, he was just coming across.
Will this be? He does get himself safe.
Yeah, everyone's going to be safe. Since there's only 18. So all of this is just practice now.
Lennon pulling for his teammate in GP1 Absolute as well.
Yeah, the Williamses. Corsola, Absolute.
Arzola put a good time in, although he did get out really early. I feel in these situations,
he was second across.
Yeah, when the rain hits quick, it's best to be in a Salvo or a Williams because you have that and you can get right out.
Because you're right there.
Is Absolute
no real spoilers, but Sauber had a pretty decent race today.
I saw that.
It's pretty good. Well, one of them. Absolute retires. Rara and Swanee both still going around. Again, they both have to be careful not to take terminal damage here.
I wonder if this is just a little bit of practice for the race, and that's why these guys are doing it. Will we see some rain in the race? Take a gander.
Swanee goes way wide on the last turn. Validates. Would have been slower anyway. Extends again. Still pushing though.
All right, back to it. On board with Swanee. Wonder. Rara.
Rara's side looks pretty solid in the wet.
It's right on board with follow.
Pretty planted down. 1:14.5 on inners, that's not bad. Only 1.5 seconds off his ultras.
He does look smooth. Let's see how Swanee goes.
Swanee 13.8. Wow. Great lap by Swanee on the inners.
I think Swanee is running a little bit of a higher differential just because he's gearing a lot quicker. Ooh, a little bit of lag.
Lag for Swanee. Great hairpin.
The famous hairpin that catches a lot of drivers out. And you can actually make a decent move there if you're gutsy enough. Ooh, Swanee decides to do Formula Drift.
Swanee, yeah. Just a little weaving now.
Chronic's looking to come out. Wonder why Chronic's looking to come out. Figured he would be safe. Postglad stays in the pits. I think these guys might be using this as a little bit of practice.
This is even slower for Mara, 16.8.
I think they're keeping it a secret like we did to them yesterday about the weather.
Yeah.
Could be dry, could be wet.
We'll see in Q2. If they come out on... obvious, if it's raining, they have to come out on wets, but if it's dry, we'll be able to tell what the race is going to be based on the tires they use. Because if it's going to be a dry race, there will be supers and softs. If it's going to be a wet race, but qualifying is dry, it'll be all ultras. Trying to get to Q3. Rain at the end, plus more rain right now. Is that rain at the end of the race, or rain at the end of qualifying? Big rain, so heavy rain.
We can only
I think
see
I think he
find out.
means more rain right now and rain at the end of the race. I think is what that means. So probably going to be, if it's not raining at the beginning, a lot of soft runners trying to run all the way to the end to when they can put on their wet tires so that they can only do one pit stop. That'll probably be the dominant strategy.
Definitely soft.
Depending on when the
until
rain comes.
Yeah. So Rara and Swanee are this. So these guys are probably definitely using this as some practice.
Yeah,
now,
he says race and quali both into the wets.
Do you try to go for I would say like a mixture between a dry setup and a wet setup, that balance, or do you hope the rain holds off and put a dry setup on to try to make the dry stint a little quicker? Or do you wait for the
I would
rain
have
and
to see
capitalize?
the actual weather to make that call, because you have to see more detail than just general, is it going to rain or not.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna come down to lap count basically to make that call.
I think we were in Canada, and I think it was Canada. No, it was Spain.
Yeah, that's when
And
we had the mixed race.
I put the dry setup on because we were supposed to have 15 plus minutes of dry, and within 3 laps the rain hit. So it was.
Well, that's how
so off.
Q2 was yesterday. Was that Q2 when it started raining way earlier than everyone
Yeah,
thought? It started right at the beginning, and it was supposed to be at least 5 minutes.
As soon as everybody pulled out, it was raining. Although we got a little bit lucky because it didn't hit as quick as it did in GP1.
And it wasn't hard. We could run on dries.
So both the Haas guys out doing a little practice, Honey Badger and Chronic. Chronic pulls over for Honey Badger.
I was going to say, they need to be careful. Posglad's still in the pits, hasn't retired yet, but he's on Ultras, so I would assume that he's either not paying attention or not at his game currently.
He might be. I think he's just letting these guys have a little bit of practice.
Well, yeah.
Ooh, Chronic gets...
Good time to smoke.
Honey Badger comes through. These guys probably have about 2 laps of practice left.
Yeah. I was going to say, Chronic might not get back around.
Yeah,
Honey Badger has a way easier time. Because Chronic did a 121. I mean, he slowed down, but he's going to have to push to get another lap.
He's definitely fighting the brakes a little bit.
Montoya asks, why are they driving with inters? There's going to be rain in the race, so a couple people, maybe 5 or 6 people, have done some wet practice here after people qualified.
Oh, Chronic, no, that's bad.
Don't bin it.
He almost did.
Only lost his win. Yeah. Just retire now, Chronic. No point even driving back.
That's not what you want to do.
Yeah. Because Honey Badger is going to get another lap here.
Will he? Yeah, he's going to go for it. Yeah, to what you were saying, Montoya, we don't disregard anybody if they want to practice in Q1, even if we don't have the necessary numbers. I think I
feel like I might have had something to do with that.
Yeah, we've reached that verdict this year with Sam, and it's just like, hey, if you guys want to practice.
Oh, Honey Badger retires on his flyer. I wonder if he bid it on turn 1.
He's still rolling. I think he just decided enough's enough.
Yeah.
I think that's absolute. Absolute says Chronic is the luckiest man alive. I would agree. He got away with one.
So knocked out, we have Cookie getting the bad luck of the group turned around, crashed in the pit lane and got disqualified for impeding somebody in the pit lane. Smoke had a qualifying ban. He's going to start in 17th. And then Dark Mark, did he crash?
No, he said he didn't get back to his Xbox in time enough to get out.
Oh, he wasn't back in time.
No, so he just gave up.
He just didn't have the time for it. Honestly, he might have been able to get him with a fast wet lap times that they were running. I think he could have been in there.
Yeah, the conversation definitely was there that he could have grabbed the 15th and made it through. So it
For
is
sure.
now raining hard, and I have a feeling it's
This
either
is full wets.
they're all slapped with inners right now. So let's
That
see.
surprises me.
I just
It must
wanna
be
see
hot.
I want to see what the track's like. How much
Yeah.
these guys fight it.
See who's gonna be first out here.
Now, if you guys just joining us, this isn't me being biased, but these guys haven't seen rain all season long, so watching this race
Sauber action.
is going to be great. I want to see
I
how
think
these guys
that
get on.
is PTR coming out first.
You were spot on.
Then Force India, then Ferrari, then Ferrari. So it's
Is it
PTR, then LaFerrari,
Ferrari?
then Jono and Robbo. Robbo, then Jono, sorry.
Absolute says rain's going to ease off, so these guys might have a chance at... I think it's too far out.
It might not ease off till Q3. Yeah.
So this is going to shake it
Which
up
is
for
good
Q2.
because it'll be a... Yeah, and Q3 could realistically come down to last across the line.
That and
as the
because
track improves.
these guys are in Q2 with wet tires, they will be able to
LaFerrari
choose,
letting Rob go.
choose fresh tires for the race, for the dry stint
Yeah.
at least, if it's not raining at first.
Yeah, okay, so dry in 15-20 minutes means Q3 should be fully dry.
Absolute being our weatherman. Thank you, Absolute.
Absolute's like me, he likes to sit in the pits and do only 1 or 2 laps per qualifying.
I've tried that the last 2 weeks, and it's ruined me.
Yeah.
I would have had a better I'll go for it,
it,
Sam.
It pays off, but there's evidence that, like last week, if you bin it on your important lap, then you're screwed, So I qualified 10th yesterday, and that's just how it goes,
Yeah, I wasn't too far off at 6th. I feel your pain.
Yeah.
I was I think I was up 4/10 from my previous lap, and then what do you know it? Boom, invalidated. And I was like, well, that's my job done.
Right. Perfect.
Yeah. It's a PTR. There's a car ahead of him. I don't think it's going to impede him.
Pulled over. Yeah.
Is that Bingley or is that LaFerrari?
It's Bingley. So it's going to be PTR, then Robbo, then I think Jono, and then LaFerrari coming across.
So PTR goes
PTR
115.
115.2. Rob 113.6. It's quite a bit faster. 1.5 seconds. 116.5 for LaFerrari.
Jono abandons it.
Jono pits.
Bingley has somebody right in front of him, so hopefully...
That's skill. No, PTR. PTR needs to get out of it. Oh, Bingley, not Bingley. PTR is still on the flyer, so he's not technically impeding Bingley.
Skilling goes quickest, 113.3.
It's a good lap from Skilling. Skilling's really good in the wet. Tally, 13.8. Corzola, 14.4. Swanee, 14.9.
I'm going to keep it on with Bingley because I have a feeling he's very well in the wet as well.
Yeah.
He's flying too. And he does this dance like you know, back in the day you'd see Ayrton Senna do it, where it rained and it just twitched, but he could control it.
Yeah.
Somebody went really
His
wide
back
behind
end.
Bingley.
There it is, 13.2.
Yep.
With the PTR bit, 13.2 from Rob, I'm sorry. Oh,
Oh.
they both have 13.2s. Whoops.
So Honey Badger coming across the line. Let's see what he can.
200th separating the top two currently.
Leclerc.
LaFerrari,
Tally goes
14.7.
quickest. 13.1.
Wow.
So I think the track is improving a little bit.
Yeah.
Leclerc, yeah.
I think those tires get better after one flying lap too. Here comes Skillen again. There it is. 12.9. Yeah. This is track improvement for sure.
Chronic on his outlap. Rawa. Postglad.
I think Jono's just gonna wait and come out later.
Postglad's deciding to come out
With
now.
Yeah. Absolute's waiting. Chronic is on his outlap now. Get out that way.
Leclerc is on another flyer, I believe. He's pushing.
Yellow sector 2. That's people getting out of the way.
So let's see if he can improve on his time of 1:13.1. Robbo pits.
Jono on his outlap. Chronic on his outlap.
A lot of yellows.
Yeah, Chronic was slowing down.
Leclerc is coming. Let's see if it can improve. Oh yeah, I definitely think he's gonna improve here. Yep. 112.6 of the track is getting quicker.
So the next new time is going to be Chronic, then Pause, then Jono.
Alright, we'll jump on board with Chronic here.
Still got 8.5 minutes here in Q2. Plenty of time.
Chronic
Very,
around the
very short lap
hairpin.
time.
I think Chronic has his teammate Honey Badger right behind him as well.
Yeah.
Playing a little team
Honey
role.
Badger needs to be careful. Yeah. He's falling back a bit now. Chronic is a bit deep there.
Cardinal saying go Leclerc, Team Renault. We don't want any bias here, Cardinal. Go away. No, I'm just kidding. No, Leclerc is looking quick. What is going on? Oh, Chronic backed out of it?
Yeah, Chronic must have binned it somewhere.
So Jono is coming up.
Now he needs to pause Gladys first.
Yeah. Now they're having a little discussion. Absolute says Williams. Cardinal.
They're both wrong. It's Mercedes all day.
I'm not even gonna put my mention in about that.
Even got Kai in the chat chiming in for Renault now.
Cheers, Kai. Thanks for tuning in. So Postglad goes 8th.
13.8. It's a good
Can
time.
he get himself to Q3 today?
I think 13.5 is going to be pretty close to the cutoff.
If the track improves, I think I'm just gonna go down to at least a 13.2, maybe a 13.1.
Oh yeah, I forgot that the rain is stopping.
It's dissipating, and definitely.
I wonder if it gets dry enough that people could go out on softs or supers in the dry and it'll be faster. You know, it'll be a rough lap, but still faster. It's probably going to be pretty close.
So let's see if I'm gonna ride on board with
6 minutes is a lot of time for a track to dry out.
The dry line is starting to appear too. So, ooh, LaFerrari, big lockup. That's not how you want to take the hairpin. Chronic almost
Absolute
does the
coming
same
out.
thing.
Rara coming out.
Rara coming out. So we're gonna jump back on board. I think. Yeah, he's still pushing. LaFerrari is still pushing. Ooh, the car. He seems a little unstable. Sector 2 yellows, probably somebody just pulling over.
Yeah, I think it was Chronic. He's going slow.
Will Ferrari be able to set a solid, decent time? 1:14.5. So he is struggling in the rain. Rara is on his outlap, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, he's starting.
Swanee's coming back out. Carzola.
Absolute starting. His
Outlap.
outlap.
So we're going to keep it on board with Rara. Give him a little bit of TV time. He is on a flyer. Yet to set a time. He did look pretty smooth when it was raining in Q1. Let's see if he can set a pace time that can put him in the challenging pack. The rain is definitely dissipating. Are we going to have everything where it's going to be wet qualifying to dry qualifying and then dry race to a wet race?
Yeah.
I hope so.
That's good. They need a shake-up. Absolute hanging on through the corners.
Rara seems very solid through this track when it's he's
now
not having any
Absolute
problem.
is going to be starting his flyer just in front of Rara, so if Rara is going to be doing 2 flyers in a row, they're going to need to be careful. They still got some distance, but if Absolute bins it or something, he needs to watch out behind him. Rara goes 13th, 1:14.5. He's going to have to go back out. And
So
he's
in danger.
staying on a hot lap.
Chronic, Rara, Ferrari, and PTR are the ones in danger with Absolute.
PTR has ultras fitted though.
Is it that time
is
for the
surprising.
crossover? Ooh, he's going for.
If you were gonna fit dry tires, I wouldn't go straight to ultras personally. I think that's number one, gonna hurt in the race if he gets through. Number two, I think harder rubber is better on a wet track.
That's it. It is. Plus, I think I would have waited maybe a minute or so longer.
Yeah, wait till about 1:40.
But we have Absolute coming down to set his pace
Well, I guess
time.
with the rain, maybe 1:45 or 1:50, but still. Unless he's planning on doing 2 laps, which realistically he could be, but that's just going to kill him in the race.
Absolute's time was invalidated, so let's jump on board with PTRC.
He does have Oh, that'll be another invalidation, so Absolute might be out here. I will be amazed if he didn't get invalidated for corner cutting there. He completely went across turn 1. Chronic on ultras.
I'm on board with PTR to see if it's that cutoff time.
Claire retires in first.
That he should be okay.
Yeah, PTR was just on his outlap. He went almost 1.5 seconds down on his time. Chronic needs to get out of PTR's way.
Oh, please don't wreck into each other. Thank you. PTR is looking.
PTR is definitely gonna get through. That's he's gonna hurt in the race. I mean, he'll for sure get through, but man.
Oh yeah, because
it's gonna be quite a handicap. Same with Chronic. I mean, Chronic will definitely get through, but it's gonna hurt. Not as much as PTR because his tires are younger, but still.
Now the guys in 9th, or 8th, 9th, and 10th might want to be a little nervous here with these guys coming out in the ultras. That will put them in the danger zone.
Jono has a bit less to worry about. He's 0.5 ahead of Paz and Rara. Paz and Rara 1/100th of a second apart from each other. Paz getting a bit squirrely on turn 1.
PTR is coming down. Oh man, this is gonna be
Swanee
quick.
on super sauce, but he's gonna be too
PTR
late coming
quickest.
out. Swanee, you waited too long, bud.
PTR goes quickest. The track is ready for dry compounds.
Absolute back in the pit. He is definitely done. Swanee, you waited too long, man. You had a chance. You waited too long. PTR goes fastest. 11.9.
I'm on board with Chronic. Let's see if he can squeeze himself into Q3. But like you were saying, if you
wow, Chronic invalidated.
If they make it through on these tires, I mean, it's definitely gonna have to be a 2-stop race then for him. But maybe that's what they want, to get those 2 quick stints and then have the rain hit.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Maybe, again, that's details that I wish spectators had. The weather.
Or I wonder if it's supposed to rain at the beginning of the race. Ooh, no.
Yeah. Yeah, Swanee messed that up. He waited too long coming out of the pits.
Chronic
Swanee
goes.
would have been in.
Never thought I would say this, but Chronic takes the top position in Q2.
109.5.
So,
top position by 2.4 seconds.
Jono puts himself in the 4th. So Skillen he's on Inters doing another one. Is LaFerrari going to get himself in?
Is the only
Postglad retired, and he has now been knocked out. I didn't notice that. Rara is out.
LaFerrari, good final turn.
Get himself into Q3.
Nope.
No, can't.
No improvement. Absolute is upset.
See that?
Why did I have to do that? Absolutely.
So there you have it, guys.
I think invalidating 2 laps in a row to end qualifying there.
In Q2, we lose Absolute, Swanee, Rara, Postglad, and LaFerrari. So we are on to, amazingly, 8 out of the 10 guys got through fine with Inters on. So we are on to Q3, where we go for pole.
Yep.
Any predictions before we jump into it? If it's dry...
If it's dry the whole time, it's going to be a complete toss-up, I think. If it's not dry the whole time, like if it continuously gets better and better, it'll be last across the line.
So, if you know the top 4 top dogs of the league are going to be up there if it's dry, and it is dry.
Yeah.
So you're going to see easily Bingley, Skillen, Tally, and Rabo fight for it. But Leclerc
I still
is
honestly
quick.
think that track evolution is going to be a pretty big deal since we're coming from that rain and all that rubber on the track is basically gone. Yeah.
Yeah, the temperature. We did see Leclerc win in France, so he's somebody to watch out for. I think he's first out here too.
Yeah, he is.
He's not waiting around.
Leclerc, Tally, Rabo, Skillen, Bingley would be my top 5.
So Leclerc is definitely not waiting
by
around.
Top 5, I mean any of them could get pole. So it's Leclerc, then Rabo, then Bingley, then Skillen, then Tally, then Jono.
It's one of these tracks too that are just so. It's a comfortable drive. You can figure this track out pretty quickly, and it's always so close. So needless to say, like what you're on about is it's basically going to come down to whoever is last across that line and who's brave enough as Leclerc gets into the gravel. And that's what I think is going to decide it, like you were saying. I think that's what decided our GP2 yesterday as well. When Scotty took his first pole for SF1.
Yep.
And
I was really bummed out about that. I was feeling good on that track, and I just completely binned it.
Imagine how bad Evil felt.
Yeah.
He was on pace to take it, but I think he invalidated it. So we're gonna ride on board with. I think Leclerc abandoned it.
I was gonna say I can't tell if Leclerc abandoned or if he's sandbagging.
Or maybe he's trying to burn a little fuel.
Going.
So we're going to jump on board with Rabo then.
And it's Skillen behind him. Oh, Skillen's letting people through. Yeah, Leclerc goes into the pit. .104.5 for Rob.
104.5.
Bingley coming across. Bingley invalidate. Jono coming across.
Goes second.
105.5.
2 Ferraris.
Tally,
Tally squeezes in
105.1.
between. Splits the Ferrari.
Carzola.
None of guys coming through.
104.8. It's a good lap from Carzola. Honey Badger leaving the pit. PTR leaving the pit.
I'm going to keep it on board with Bingley because he is on another flyer. See
So
if he can.
Skillen invalidated. Yeah, it'll be Bingley, then Skillen, then Honey Badger, I think. Oh no, then PTR.
Bingley comes into the pits, almost loses it.
Skillen's up next.
Wow, that was very delayed. That's the only thing I don't like about some of these camera views is that they delay it so long after they pass that sector.
Skillen might have been validated.
Yeah,
yep,
he
Skillen
did.
validated again. PTR just started his lap, but I think he's next across. And then Honey Badger.
Chronic gets himself in the Q3. Let's see if he can hang with the big guys.
Leclerc starting a flyer. Ooh, Chronic. Tough last corner.
I think that's going to be invalidated. No, it doesn't.
Counted. He just gave up at the end.
Honey Badger on his way.
next, and then Honey Badger.
Let's see what PTR can do in his Sauber.
105.0.
Fourth.
Honey Badger coming across. Slower, 6-7. Invalidated. Bingley coming around. Oh no, Bingley's in the middle.
Skillen pits.
Leclerc will be the next.
Yeah.
He's going really fast.
Oh my, he's. Oh. Goes top.
4-3
Oh.
pole. Wow. What a lap. Bingley is going very slow. Oh, he's just starting his flyer now. He must have invalidated the one he's on. So it'll be Honey Badger with the next new time, and then Bingley. Skillen left the session. That's not good.
On board with Bingley here.
Sorry, I was inviting Skillen back to the game.
Oh, you're good, man.
So Honey Badger went 4.6, third fastest. After invalidating twice. Bingley, oh, Binzik goes into the pit. Hold on, Bingley.
I guess that's a dramatic way to enter the pits. Chronix coming into the pits following him. Tally is down to 7th. Wow. Jono, solid time, gets himself up to 5th. And one of the guys I can kind of consider a dark horse in this, GP1. We don't talk a lot about, but Carzola.
Yeah.
He's up there. I think he's out for another go. He is. He's pushing.
That might have been an extension, though. If not, it's a very fast lap.
Cardinals teammate Leclerc doing well.
Not quite pole, but fast. Improves barely, 4.6.
And he's decided to let off. Jono's coming back out. 3:30 to go. Tally's coming back out. Is Tally? Yeah, he's on the out lap. Okay. So Carzola, Bravo's coming out. Two-tenths off the pole right now. Bravo is. That was one heck of a time. I wonder if Leclerc comes out and does another lap or just says, no, I'm good, and stays with it.
I think it'll depend on tires. If he has the tires, I think he'll use them. Yeah, he's coming out now.
Maybe a little early. He's gonna go for a 2.
Not enough time for 2. I don't think.
Bravo's coming up to do his flyer.
Bingley's still in the pits. Only person still in time yet. With the pep talk of the day, good enough. Bingley gets held up in the pit lane, waiting on Honey Badger to get out in front of him.
Yeah, Bingley and Skillen. Skillen's back. That's good to see.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pop back on board with Bravo.
Skillen's just about to start his flyer. Tally goes second fastest, 4.4.
It's getting quicker.
Huge improvement for Tally.
Bravo's gonna come across the line. Goes quickest.
4.2. Might be a last across the line scenario. Skillen could get pole here. Unless Robbo and Tally, well, yeah, Robbo and Tally are both going to do another one.
Or Bingley.
Oh, no, Robbo isn't.
Bingley's on an out lap now, so he's going to be one of the last guys. I think he's behind Skillen.
Tally should have time to do another one. Rob might have time to do another one.
Tally backed out.
Leclerc will... He has no battery, but I think he has time to get back without using his battery. Then he'll have a full charge for the next lap. I think Tally can go again.
Ooh, Leclerc extends. Oh,
one of 4 dead.
Back and forth. We're going to jump aboard with Skillen. Oh, Skillen gets
Leclerc retires.
A little loose.
Leclerc needs to be careful not to retire on track anymore.
Skillen goes.
Tally abandons.
Bingley. Okay, so I think Skillen validated his lap. Go for another one. Bingley is on a flyer as well.
Bingley might have just validated there. Bingley bends it!
And decides to do donuts. He's got to be careful. Because Skillen is...
360. 3 full turns for Bingley.
So Bingley is going to start 10th, it looks like, if Skillen can get a time in here.
Yep, Skillen just has to post to any time to beat Bingley. Bingley should get out of the way. I guess they're not as close as I thought they were. Bingley's time is going to count here. It's just going to be a very slow time. Oh, no. Oh, Bingley! That's weird.
Skillen pushing
Bingley
really
is
hard.
lagging really bad, I think.
Here comes Skillen. Goes fourth. Does get a time in. So Bingley
Decent for
starting
Skillen.
10th.
Old tires.
Jono on a flyer as well. Carzola gets himself in the 3rd. Pushes Tally down.
Carzola's going quick. Sorry. Jono's going quick. He's going to improve.
I'm on board with Jono now. Let's see if he can squeeze
Hold on,
any
Jono.
of these
There
guys.
you go. 104.8.
I did.
He improved by 7/10. P7s.
7. Okay, so there you guys have it. Wow, that was just qualifying. Now we have a race to look forward to. This is going to be
I'm already
intense.
exhausted.
Leclerc, I think, picks up his 2nd pole. As of last week, he grabbed pole in France. So we have Leclerc, Robbo, Carzola in 3rd, Tally 4th, Skillen 5th, Honey Badger 6th, Jono 7th. Good showing for Jono. Chronic gets himself in the 8th. That's a great showing. PTR 9th, and Bingley, who just couldn't put one on track, gets himself in the 10th.
Definitely the surprise of the day, Bingley.
There's always
Look at
one
Bingley
of them.
to have a huge recovery in the first 5 laps, I bet.
If he doesn't get held up, you know he's going to be pushing to get around. And what happened to him in Canada when he was trying to get around? Ended up collecting into a...
So it's 23 now. Do we want to say, what, 28 or 30? Start time.
I'm guessing they'll probably do 28 to 30 would be a good call.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's,
no.
what, 9:28 to 9:30 for people in the UK and 4:28 to 4:30 for people in the US?
Or wherever else you guys are in the world.
Yeah.
But should we dive into it and say predictions? I don't want to give any predictions, but I'm going to say...
Predictions are ridiculous in this league.
Leclerc is looking quick. I think if he has a solid race and gets a good start, he has this in the bag.
Yeah.
Robbo's right there.
Yeah,
I think
when he looks dominant, he's really dominant.
I think my top 3 before the race starts, I'm actually going to give a prediction today and say Leclerc, Robbo, Tally. Top 3.
Yeah. I think it's going to be those 3 or Skillen replacing one of those 3 on the podium. Bingley will be top 5, I think, as long as he gets through clean. I think Robbo's going to have a pretty big recovery drive after the pretty huge incident he had in France. He'll be looking to get back in the swing and make up some points.
But, I mean, we can't count out drivers like Smoke who can, cut through the field.
Make his way through,
he's
yeah.
probably going to start on the softs and wait until the rain.
Absolute
so he
as
could
well.
have a good, yeah.
And Cookie Chip. Cookie's way down in last place because of the disqualification. Cookie's very fast as well.
Starting next to each other, so that's going to be
That'll be a
incredible.
battle all race long.
Watch them both cut through the slower cars.
Yeah. Following each other. Yeah, but again, this track is pretty notorious. The hairpin is going to catch more than one person out more than one time. Turn 1 is probably going to be a mess more than one time. It's so unpredictable. Hopefully we get a safety car because that doesn't happen enough. And we already got some rain, so who knows? Oh, and it's going to rain.
Yeah, you can't forget about that. I think it's supposed to hit
so
at the
that
end of
just
the race.
completely throws a wrench into everything. Where's Ben? I just realized Ben isn't here today. Because he's great in the rain. He would be a favorite for me, I think, if he was here.
I think he's going to be a hit or miss. I think he actually has
Oh,
karting in real life now going on with.
oh, dope.
So yeah, I mean,
I'd
if
rather
you're
do
gonna
it in real life too.
and yeah, anyways, if you can afford it, go do it. Yeah, we don't, us in America, we don't really have that many options of karting. I
Yeah.
know, like
And
the
the only
close,
places that there are crazy expensive.
like the indoor tracks and stuff. And then
Yeah.
if you actually want to join like an outdoor league, I think the closest one to me is up by the Poconos, where the
Yeah.
great uh, Mario Andretti lives, and that's like 2.5 hours, and I think it's like $3,000 for a season just to get yourself into it. And that's
Sounds
not
about right.
that's not buying your car or anything.
Yeah. I'll stick to spectating.
And doing it virtually.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
these guys,
I was go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say these guys should be going in about 3 minutes, I think.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, I was super glad for the distraction to be commentating today because, as Rhodes said, we're American and we are in the middle of football season, professional football season, and my team was getting crushed. So it gave me a reason to stop watching and stop having my heart ripped out.
But you got to be careful because a lot of our viewers are UK. So when you say football,
Yeah, American football. Sorry.
but I know a lot of them actually watch it. So the American
Yeah, I was
football
gonna say
that
I've talked
is.
about the NFL before with them. Go Bengals for what it's worth.
Ah, so you're around the Ohio area.
Yeah, I'm from Cincinnati.
See, my soccer team tonight plays against your MLS soccer team, and I
On the
hope you
crew.
guys lose. Yeah,
Are you from Pittsburgh or Philadelphia?
I'm actually closer to Philadelphia, but I don't root for the
Oh, okay.
Union. I actually, when
Yeah.
I watch like
As
short
long as you're not
stories.
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is pretty much the
Oh no,
worst.
dude. Yeah, I've been to Pittsburgh a couple times, and I'll probably never go back.
I like the city. I just don't like Steelers or Steelers fans.
It's not just the Steelers fans; it's the Penguins. If you're an NHL
Well, yeah, I was gonna say
fan,
you guys have hockey. We don't have hockey here.
no. That might change in the next couple of years. The NHL has come back really strong, and it's getting bigger and bigger.
I was gonna say they've been killing it. Hopefully, racing starts coming back the way that it used to be in America. The American ownership seems to be gunning for American viewers. You know.
You're not talking about the good old boy NASCAR, are you? We don't talk about
No,
NASCAR. Watching
no.
Formula One.
I mean Liberty, and they're they're really trying to market Formula One to younger people and Americans especially. I feel like because Americans are so underrepresented in Formula One viewership and drivers and everything. But
I will say that
NASCAR doesn't
IndyCar.
suck, Cardinal. NASCAR is different.
I will say that IndyCar has been doing a pretty good job lately. I have watched a
Yeah,
couple of their races.
it's because they're poaching all the old Formula One drivers.
Well, I mean, there is a certain driver there that I was hoping would get into the Haas seat because I mean, what better to have an American car with an American driver, Alexander Rossi,
Yeah,
who was
yeah,
with Manor for a bit, but that never turned out.
yeah. They went with Ferrucci instead, which we all saw how that turned out.
Yeah,
It's all that money, man. Money talks
Gutierrez,
louder
which
than
was
words. Rara, readied up. Here we go.
all right, guys. We're gone. We're going into it.
But yeah, Cardinal, NASCAR doesn't suck. It's different. Everything is completely manual in a NASCAR car. Like there's no electronics. I mean, obviously there's very little, electronic braking, electronic steering assist, and stuff like that in Formula One. But I mean, you even still have to do 3 pedals in NASCAR compared to 2 in Formula One. So it's different, but you still have to be an incredibly skilled driver to do it.
So we are on our formation lap. Leclerc leads the pack. Bravo right behind. These guys.
Got a bit of a mashup on the straight.
Yeah. Bingley, I don't
think
think
is making people struggle.
Waiting around. Ooh. Will anybody place himself on the 90 step?
I think that's PTR there. He's behind the Force Indias, which he's not supposed to be.
Postglad is... Or that might be Smoke Space Man.
Yeah, he's ahead of LaFerrari.
Cookie Chip and Smoke Space Man bring up the rear. Ooh, Leclerc touched the grass a little bit. Hopefully that does not impede his... Okay, so I've just noticed that if you want to hide all this stuff, you can, and it actually takes the logo, the game logo away too.
That's awesome.
So nobody on the naughty step yet. I think everybody's going to get through unless they...
Yeah, I think it'll be okay.
All slow down here.
A lot fewer people weaving on that straight leading up to the final 2 turns than I thought there would be. Tires, I guess, are plenty hot enough.
Postglad and Bingley stuck in between each other like I was
yesterday.
So
just running down tires really quick. Leclerc, Robbo, Tally, Skillen, Honey Badger all on super softs. Carzola, Jono on softs. LaFerrari on softs. Chronic and PTR are both starting on old ultra softs, so they will be the first to pit. Bingley on super softs.
All right, here we go, guys. I'm gonna scroll down a little bit after
I'm on Bingley,
5 red lights.
Yeah.
Here we go. Claire gets a good start.
Oh, someone didn't start. Someone didn't start. Who was that? Honey Badger? Oh, no. What a nightmare. Oh, my God.
Leclerc gets a good start. Bravo. Tally finds himself in 3rd. Carzola and Skillen right next to each other.
Boys.
Ooh. Carzola looking for the inside. Jono. Bingley already up into 7th. Wow, what happened to the backpack here?
Smoke Space Man and Rara both out. I think that was Chronic who didn't start. He just stopped when the lights went out.
So Leclerc finds himself in 1st. Rabo's right behind him. Carzola squeezes past Tally. Tally is not going to let that. Skillen is back here. This pact between Carzola, Tally, Skillen, Jono, and Bingley is close now. Rara.
PTR and Absolute are both right there too.
Jono almost tags the back of Skillen.
Absolute's having a look. Absolute gets Honey Badger. Can he hold it? Yes, he does.
PTR. Dark Mark fighting. Dark Mark has Cookie Chip right behind him. Dark Mark doing
has
what?
PTR, not Honey Badger, sorry.
PTR and Absolute.
PTR comes back.
is going to go back. Ooh, who's
PTR's on much faster tires, but they're old.
Bingley might have to concede the position here just to let PTR go and let him wear his tires out. Jono doing a solid job in 6th. Tally has fallen to 5th. Skillen's gotten
There's so much traffic that oh wow, yeah. There's so much traffic that Bingley letting him through doesn't really do anything though. Bingley can hold that spot pretty easily, I think.
Ooh, Carzola gets a little wide. I am watching that delta up top, guys, in case anything happens. Carzola lagging a little bit, I think. Skillen.
Leclerc has more back.
Skillen goes wide. Tally's going to make a look.
Flick it inside, Tally. There he goes.
Nope. He just
backs out.
Jono is eating this up. He's enjoying the fact these guys are fighting. DRS enabled. Wow, it's been 3 laps already. Bingley is right behind Jono too.
I can't believe how close these drivers are. Oh, Tally almost touched a Skill. I think he actually might have made contact.
Smoke Space Man is
joining the party. Smoke, just make sure you include your audio. That was a nightmare, dude. Yeah, I had a really good view of it. I've got it on tape. So. Skilling 1/10 back. Yeah, it was not a great incident. I can only offer condolences and say that it was bad luck. I mean, everybody was on the formation lap, so you know it was just an issue at the start. So we'll have to see what happened. But Carzola and Skillen battling hard.
Jono Bingley as well.
Tally's right there too. Skill gets up the inside of Carzola. Great move. But yeah, Smoke, that was just a tough break for all you guys. It looked like one of the Haas's just didn't move when the lights went out. So we'll have to see what happened. Hopefully everybody got recordings. It's in the steward's hands now.
Skilling 3 second time penalty.
3 second. That's big. That puts him at, oh man, 6th is 1 second. 9th is 2 seconds.
Absolute time penalty.
Time penalties. Skillen's in about 9th or 10th. 8th now. Feel bad for Smoke.
Yeah, you have to feel bad. I didn't catch it, sadly, so once we get to that...
Yeah, I had a good view of it, so... I'm sure more than one person recorded it.
Postglad has not had it easy, kind of thrown him down. He's pretty far off the Chronic. Almost a lap down, I think. So we have Robbo on Leclerc for the lead. Robbo is going to have DRS. These guys, I feel, are going to fight the entire race.
Tally's in the pit.
What did Tally pit for?
It's an early for pit for Tally.
It's going soft.
He has a penalty, I think. Wing. Okay. I was holding it really long.
Skillen has fallen 5 seconds behind Robbo and Leclerc already. And Bingley is already up to 5th.
Yeah. Robbo's pushing on Leclerc. 2/10 down.
Are these guys going to keep it clean? Great aerial view here.
Pretty surprising if they didn't, honestly. Robbo and Leclerc, at least, if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm watching.
I'm watching the big group for incidents. They're all pretty decently spaced out right now.
Has Robbo met somebody who's kind of a matchmaker? I think that's Postglide up in the distance here.
Yeah, it is. So they'll be coming up on him. Robbo not quite close enough yet. Leclerc has just enough straight line speed to keep holding him off. Rob might have a look after the hairpin. Leclerc has a great exit though. Bingley fighting Carzola for 4th. PTR and Jono fighting for 6th and 7th.
Claire locks up a little bit, gives Robbo a little, like, you know, uh-oh moment.
Carzola almost shuts the door on Bingley.
Bingley all over the back. Robbo's lost a little bit here. Bingley gonna go for the...
So many close battles. I think Bingley will wait and do it on the pit straight.
Will he?
Right here.
Pulls it out for the inside. Oh, this is gonna be tight, guys. Bingley makes the stick and gets it. He's up to 4th already. Now he's got Skillen in the sights.
Jono's gonna have a look here.
Robbo and Leclerc.
Here comes Jono. Oh, it's going to be close.
He's going to put it inside of PTR. Oh, Jono gets a 3-second for his troubles.
That was surprising.
He does get through, though.
PTR honestly could have gotten a warning for extending. He was completely off the track, even though he was kind of being pushed.
Oh, Bravo looking for a move on Leclerc. Leclerc locks it up a little bit.
Posglad getting closer and closer in the distance.
I got a feel for Posglad. I wonder what happened. He must have been part of that.
He was part of that in the start, yeah. PTR looking at Jono. Absolute right behind both of them. Absolute does have a time penalty, though. Absolute and Skillin, I believe, are the only two with penalties so far.
Leclerc is doing a great job of holding back Bravo.
Yeah.
With Bravo having DRS constantly.
Bravo is using significantly less battery, though, so Leclerc is going to eventually get to a point where he can't hold on anymore. PTR pits.
But with Postglad in the distance, Leclerc is going to get a little help here with DRS if he's close enough.
DRS and slipstream, yeah.
No, he doesn't
Bingley
get it.
passes Skillin. Bingley is on the
Skillin for another look. Bingley, how do you do that?
Here comes Cookie Chip on Absolute.
I think he's going to tuck in.
Yeah, he's going to wait. Robbo gaining on Leclerc again.
Postglad's got to be wary of these guys right behind him. Well, he's got
to get critical. If I was Posglad, Pause if you're listening, I would pull over on the pit straight right here. Of course, it's going to be delayed a little bit, but he's a pretty smart driver. He'll know the way.
Leclerc doesn't get DRS. He's gonna.
Was that GP3 that the front runners got hit?
I wasn't able to watch.
Absolute gets passed by Cookie Chip.
Oh.
Bravo's getting close. Defense from Leclerc.
Leclerc goes in shuts the door. Big cloud of smoke from Leclerc's tires.
That gives Paz a bit more time to stay in front, though.
Here goes Bravo.
Oh,
goes to the outside here. Oh, they touched. Oh, this is going to be spicy, guys. These guys are. I have a feeling at the end of the season.
What's a spicy French food?
These guys are not going to like each other.
Leclerc's got to hang on just a little bit. He's getting a little wild.
Any other? Oh, we got Cookie Chip on the back of Absolute. Cookie Chip is looking to pass.
Yeah, they've been going back and forth.
Cookie Chip goes. No, he's going to think about it. Stays behind him.
He'll
I think
look
he's
on
going to
the
wait.
pit straight. Right here with DRS. Dark mark, 3 seconds. Absolute goes ultra defensive. Oh, Absolute, what is that defense? Come on. Defensive, stay defensive. There you go. Cookie Chip passes him with a warning, or a penalty, sorry. Absolute does have a 3-second penalty as well.
PTR
fastest lap.
Absolute was going to dive back to this lead.
Yeah.
If these guys keep fighting, that's going to invite Bingley. If Bingley can get that delta down, it's up to 8 seconds now, though.
Has cut half a second out of Bingley.
All the top 4 are on super soft, so I wonder if they're going to hold out as long as they can for the rain. It's pretty sunny right now. Bravo gets a little out of shape there. Yeah, I don't see any clouds.
Kyle Lennon's asking to enable spectator menu so that they can see battery.
There you go. Sorry about that, guys. I was going for like the TV view. Ooh, Bravo looking for a move.
Yeah.
He's running in hot lap too.
They're pretty even on battery now, so yeah, Leclerc has made that battery up. Tally's having a tough race. Happened to his front wing.
He's all the way back in 12th, too.
Yeah. Front two is the closest battle right now.
I know. We do have Absolute on Cookie Chip. And I feel like Cookie Chip's tires are going to die here soon. Within the next
Leclerc pitting?
5 laps. He does.
Yes.
He's going to go for the undercut. So that allows Bravo to inherit the lead. Bingley pits too. No. I saw somebody die from pits. Jono, 3-second time penalty.
Leclerc onto regular softs, sorry.
Postglide gets past Chronic. So we have Carzola working on Skillin now. I think that is the closest battle. All you can hope for is
Absolute.
Leclerc doesn't get held up here and he can have a good solid outlap.
Yeah. He's got quite a bit of traffic ahead of him though. All of those runners on the soft tires are going to be in front of him for probably until they pit. So he's got his work cut out for him.
Carzola and Skillin too. Skillin's tires I think are starting to leave him.
Yeah, I honestly think that Leclerc is going to come off worse here because of how much traffic is in front of him. Rob's still staying out.
Yeah, I happen to wonder why Leclerc pitted so early.
Yeah.
Ooh, Carzola.
Skillin and Carzola. Yellow flag. Skillin pits. I still can't believe how close the top 7 are.
Leclerc is working on Absolute. This might help him if he can get around him quickly because all this DRS. He's going to go for the inside look. Be job done.
Bit of luck. Absolute's going to come back.
Absolute gets DRS for it too.
He might look.
Cookie Chip has found himself 5th. Bingley is not bringing that delta time down though. Cookie Chip working on Jono. Jono's doing a solid in 4th.
That's a great drive from Jono so far. Cookie Chip plus 13 positions.
He is diving for the pits now though. That gives easy job for Leclerc to get around him. Now he's got Jono in his sights.
Jono's gonna fight as hard as he can for it.
I still don't see too many clouds.
Yeah, me either. I'm wondering about this rain.
Unless it, hits quick.
Right.
Jono's
Skillin's
gonna
gonna
have
be
a
right here
hard
behind Cookie.
time. Oh, Jono looks to shut the door.
So Cookie actually passes Skillin with the overcut rather.
Claire is back up to 4th. Let's see what's on 4th. Tally's just kind of in no man's land by himself.
Cookie Chip went on to super softs, which is interesting.
Yeah, he did. Leclerc. He is pushing.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder when Bravo pits, it's got to be this lap. LaFerrari, 3-second time penalty.
I think he'll come in this lap.
Yeah, he's pushing his batteries down to 32%. Skillin passes time. Tally, another 3-second time penalty.
Tally's having a
That
tough
puts
day.
him out of points. Honey Badger, 3-second time penalty.
All kinds of penalties now.
They're starting to
I was
flow
saying
in.
the warnings are coming in.
I think Rabo's going to
There's a little bit of clouds on the horizon.
Rabo dives for the pits. So will Bingley follow suit?
I think Bingley will come in.
He is going
Yep.
to come in. So that will
Carzola
inherit the lead for
stays
Carzola.
out.
Will Leclerc
Leclerc's
be able to
catching
get
it very clean.
in front of
12
Bravo?
lap younger tires.
Bravo leaves the pits. Leclerc coming up to the right-hander. Bravo. Leclerc gets him by some distance.
Jono almost gets Bravo.
Jono.
Wow.
He does get Bravo.
Oh, wow, he did.
Jono's having one heck of a race. He's in
Jono's
third.
having a great race. Oh, Bravo got hit by Absolute. Oh, no.
Oh!
Absolute ran right into the back of Bravo.
They're lucky that
Bravo didn't take damage, but his tires might be hot. Absolute might have right side damage just a little bit.
That's given Leclerc a 5-second lead over.
Yeah, that was a big incident. PTR and LaFerrari battling hard. Ooh, stay on that grass, PTR. Close.
Absolute dark mark up 10 spaces. Ooh!
Cookie chip coming on Tally.
Struggling with these tires. He's got to pit. He's got to pit. No, he stays out. His tires
only
are
8
cooked,
laps
man.
old. PTR's tires are only 8 laps old because he started on Ultras. PTR should have gone Ultras and softs, I think. Skilling another
battle
3-second
back here.
time penalty.
The two Force Indias,
Tally
7th
goes
and
on
8th.
PTR.
Tally squeezes PTR.
Oh,
Tally lost it. He's not out.
He's back with tires. Oh, Tally! Oh my God, that was so close. Tally almost backed right in front of Skilling.
Honey Badger, watch out!
Goodness gracious. Tally having a day to forget. PTR, big 5-second penalty.
Corner cutting. Remnants of SF1 Evil yesterday, which I believe wasn't deemed necessary. The game, I think, is a little broken.
Carlos, I forgot you were in this party. So many
Carzola,
penalties
3-second
now.
time
I can't
penalty.
even keep track. Pause going on to Ultras.
Bravo on
Bingley,
the back
another
of
penalty.
Carzola.
Jeez. That's like 10 penalties in the last 2 laps. Yellow flag sector 2. I wonder if it's back marker.
I think
Yeah,
it
back
was
marker.
Chronic.
Whatever.
That was Honey Badger. No, it wasn't. I wonder what that...
No, I think it was Chronic. Yeah, Chronic pulled over.
Carzola is doing a favor right now to Leclerc.
Tally
He is
getting
holding
another
up.
wing change in the pit. Tally's going to have to fight for points.
Oh,
Leclerc, big penalty. Loves that.
Bravo's acceptable to penalties too at times. He is a solid driver, but he has got them. Can he keep it clean? Dark Mark, 3-second time penalty.
PTR here.
Carzola looking to fight back, shuts the door.
Cookie chip. There goes Cookie.
Oh my gosh.
Oh goodness, what a run!
On the inside of LaFerrari.
Easy LaFerrari, easy.
Bravo works his way around Carzola. Carzola gets him back. Bravo gets him back.
LaFerrari cuts into Cookie. Oh no!
Oh!
That was on LaFerrari. If anything, that was on LaFerrari. Then he cuts across in front of Honey Badger. Oh goodness.
Skillen, I think, gets around that. That was Skillen he cut across.
Tally retires. Tally having a tough day.
What the heck happened to Tally?
I think he crashed out.
That's right on board post glass.
See where he is.
Yeah.
Nothing huge is happening right now, so I'm not sure if he retired on track or if he
Bingley
crashed.
is right on the back of Absolute. Bingley gets Absolute. Yeah, well, it didn't even show it.
Yeah, I think he just retired on track. Understandable. Tough day. Bingley fastest lap. 106.8, I think it was.
Chronic gets a time penalty for his troubles.
Cookie's gaining on PTR again. Dark Mark, Absolute, and Bingley all pretty close together as well.
Jono has done 20 laps on his soft, holding out for this rain. Those tires are going to start.
Same with Carzola, and Absolute, and Dark Mark, and Honey Badger, and Chronic. Goodness.
The clouds are starting to form now, I see.
They're finally starting to come in a little bit.
Oh, it looks really dark in that one corner. Rain is not too far away.
Yeah, Sector 2 into Sector 3, I think, is where it's going to start.
Bravo has now found
Bingley
himself.
gaining on Jono for 4th. Bingley is not out of this race. He's only 10 seconds back from the leaders with fresh, soft tires that realistically could go the whole race if the rain holds out. Bingley around Jono, around the outside at the hairpin. Oh, what a move!
Can he get him?
Sticks it.
He gets it. Jono gets DRS though.
That was
Am
an
I
amazing move. Jono's coming back.
Why Bravo went back on super softs?
He must be pushing to rain. He must be counting on rain. That's the only reason that I can give. So Rob potentially with the gamble of the race.
You can only hope that it pays off. I mean, he is gaining now, but
yeah,
Leclerc's tires are going to last a lot longer.
Yep.
Jono, 3-second time penalty. Bingley is going to look to catch up to Carzola.
Skilling gaining on his teammate. PTR.
Dark Mark goes really wide. I think that's post glide
This is
right
going to be Sauber battle here.
No, that's Absolute.
Going into the hairpin.
Oh, post glide is in between the Dark Mark and Absolute.
PTR is not giving Skilling any room. No teammate love. Skilling up the inside. Tight racing. PTR lets him through. I don't know if PTR went wide or let him go, but Skilling's passed.
The time at the top is 2.4, and Leclerc does have a 3-second time penalty. I'm just baiting on that moment when Bravo might get one for extending the traffic or the.
Bingley's catching Carzola by a lot.
Man on form sometimes when he has to come from the back, he makes it look so easy.
Yep.
Cookie Chip gets Absolute.
Get a podium here.
Absolute pits. I wonder why Absolute pits. Goes to the super softs. I think I would have gone ultra soft at this point.
I think he's on ultras. Yeah, he's on ultras.
Okay. Says he's on. Okay, yeah, he does.
Yeah. LaFerrari and Pascal also on ultras. Bingley's all over Carzola. Tally says brake check by Carzola and spun by PTR. Tally, I
just read that.
Recorded it. It's a tough race, bud. Head down.
Bingley on the back of Carzola. Is Carzola? Oh, the rain is here.
Here we go. 10 laps to go. 11 laps to go, rather.
It all depends on how quickly it comes.
Yep. It's not very hard yet. Definitely still
this move might have paid off for the Dark Mark. He's now on 24 laps of his softs. Honey Badger, 22 laps. Jono, 24
Bingley
laps.
Overtakes Carzola. That's a massive overtake.
Sector 3 yellow.
If he holds it. Here comes Dark Mark. Swanee lets him through. Dark mark on Cookie. Dark goes mid-deep.
Honey Badger.
So for me,
is he going to make the gamble?
Early
Swanee.
driver of the day.
Swanee went to inners already.
Inners.
And he's struggling.
I think it's
a little too soon.
On his
LaFerrari goes into his.
Oh no, he's not into the pit. He just got passed.
Jono's got a flat.
Oh wow.
Jono's got a flat.
Spun.
Oh.
Heartbreak.
Careful, Absolute. Ooh, Absolute.
Oh, Absolute. Oh, wow. Skillen is gaining massively on Dark Mark. There goes Skillen. Makes it stick.
I think it's just a little bit too early for these inters. The guys that put them on are struggling. Like, look at go on board with LaFerrari.
Yeah, you gotta wait until they turn the DRS off. That's the indicator.
Like, look how slow he's gonna take this. And then struggle for the grip. Oh! Commentator's curse.
Close.
Oh man. Postglad's gonna get LaFerrari here.
Leclerc's coming in. Rabo's coming in. Here come the leaders. This is it right here.
Will Bingley.
Bingley follows.
Stop go for Leclerc.
Oh, Leclerc, that's your race.
Bingley follows suit.
Mark,
Carzola struggling. This rain is now hitting hard. Cookie Chip is going to come in.
Everybody's going to follow, yeah.
On his way in. Dark Mark goes really wide. Oh, jeez.
Swanee just cutting through on his inners. Oh, busy pit lane. Oh my goodness.
Honey Badger. Ultra soft. Is going to struggle really bad now. Swanee. Postglad gets himself on the inners. Chronic struggling pretty hard. Dark Mark.
So Cookie Chip jump skill in there in the pit. Honey Badger still on ultras, having a very, very, very poor time.
Now this is going to be interesting because we know how good Bingley is.
Get off the racing line, Honey Badger. Get off the racing line. There you go.
Will Bingley be able to use this to his advantage and catch these two guys? He is only 3.7 seconds. Bravo has fallen to 8.5 seconds behind Leclerc.
I think Bingley's got a podium, and with it, driver of the day for me. It's definitely between Bingley and Cookie Chip, but I think the podium gives it that little bit of edge over Cookie, even though Cookie started in last and Bingley was in 10th. But yeah, I think Bingley's guaranteed a podium right now.
Are you watching the Delta at the top? What happened to Rabo? He's catching him now.
And I mean, realistically, that gives Leclerc. I mean, he keeps his win with his stop
9 seconds
because it'll just give it. Oh, he has 9.
Yeah, he has a 3-second time penalty and then a stop go. So the 5 plus 3, no, that's 8. So he is in the lead.
So he's still got it right now, but Rabo's gaining a little bit now.
What do you know? I'm doing basic math on a stream.
Whoever needed math anyway.
I mean, there are certain parts of the track that he's putting time on the Delta, and then, like right now, he just went back up to 8.3, now down to 8.1. Yeah. But we do know in the rain, you can push with the ERS, and the ERS won't drain as much.
Yeah.
Can Leclerc hold out here?
Bingley tied on fuel. That back to bite him.
2.
Bingley's the only one that's tied on fuel right now.
Ooh. Honey Badger.
Honey Badger gets past. Honey Badger's out.
Retires. I think he's had enough. If Postglad holds on and there's 2 more incidents in front of him, he would have gathered himself points for staying quiet at the back.
Oscar comes over for Skilly.
Bingley, I'm watching this delta to see if Bingley can crawl back. I think he's starting to lose a little bit of time.
Operator, I think it only gives you a 5-second if you don't serve your 5-second stop go. I think it only adds 5 at the end, not 10. I agree. I think it should be 10 because you should get penalized more for not serving it. But I don't think that that's the way that it is.
And look at that delta
because
time at the top.
This game is awesome.
8.5 now.
Yep. Bingley's
gained by
Leclerc is
3/10 away.
Bingley is gaining. Not quite quick enough, I think, but he is gaining. Absolute could look at Dark Mark.
Yeah, I'm on
Skillen
Absolute
could
right
look
now.
at Cookie Chip.
You know, Dark Mark is doing really well too. He started, I think, 15th, and to come from 15th to 7th. Ooh, who's that behind him? Is that Bingley? No, that's La Ferrari.
Cookie Chip plus 13, Dark Mark plus 9, Absolute plus 7, Bingley plus 7. Position changes. So yeah, Dark Mark up almost 10 spots. It's a great showing.
A little early shout into driver of the day, I think, if he can hold on.
Yeah, like I said, it was between Cookie and Bingley, and Dark Mark's up there too now for sure. But I think I have to give it to Bingley for pulling the podium. Robbo's still 8 seconds out, so Leclerc could still get his win.
I would give it to Bingley, but let's face it, you expect it from Bingley. He's a good driver.
Yeah.
For Mark to do this after the day he's had, he hasn't had a very good day. A little bit of family problems.
Yeah.
Definitely going to be my driver of the day.
Plus Mercedes fan. Good Mercedes. No bias whatsoever.
Look at that.
What is bias?
You go for Force India and I go for Mercedes. We're the complete opposite.
See, that's the way it should be. We really aren't biased. We're reverse biased. Absolute may have a look at Dark Mark. He's cut his delta in half.
I know, it's the closest battle right now. I am riding with Absolute. He looks pretty smooth with these enters.
I'll be right back.
Right on board with Absolute. Drops down the second. Ooh. Before he goes, the upshift to minimize the wheel spin a little bit. And back to that great aerial view. Can he get enough time on Dark Mark? Oh, gets a little out of shape there.
Sorry about that, my boss called.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, it's starting to rain really, really hard now. Maybe not hard, but it's accumulating.
That racing line is starting to disappear.
Yeah. Bingley's still pulling time on Robbo, and Robbo's still dropping back from Leclerc. Leclerc, I think, is going to be safe here.
Can Absolute do anything here? He is crawling his way up to Dark Mark.
No DRS to help him.
I can't take anything away from Leclerc and Robbo, though. These guys have been battling the whole track. Robbo did have a little incident. I think that did not help him.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely would be closer on track instead of aggregate. If that hadn't happened.
Absolute right behind Dark Mark now. I will jump on board with Leclerc in about 2 laps time.
Bingley's still pulling time off Robbo. I mean, if he picks it up a bit, he could make a last-minute charge, but I think he's just too far back.
Ooh, Absolute gives Dark Mark a tap. I think these guys are going to fight to the end.
Yep.
Mark tries to break the slipstream.
Well, that 7th place is valuable, man. It's significant points at
Yeah.
8. Williams has already got a 4th place car. I think Mercedes deserves 7.
40.
Again,
or
not biased for
34.
Mercedes.
34
Ooh,
laps
Dark
out.
Mark, little
Oh,
squirrely.
Absolute goes to the outside. Can Mark hold out here? Let's ride on board with Absolute. Pulling the slipstream. Is he going to? He backs off.
This is where I'll do
Absolute.
it.
Both kind of have the same Jono 3-second time penalty.
Still pretty far back. That slipstream doesn't seem to be activating quite early enough.
Bravo, I think, is pushing now.
Robbo's got to make up a 2nd to get within the penalties, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolute letting Dark
Bingley
or
can see Rob.
I do think that Bingley has a 3-second time penalty, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think he has one. He's still plenty safe from Carzola behind him, though.
Oh, Carzola!
Absolute's
Absolute.
having a whale of a
There.
time. Yeah. I think this is probably going to be the running order right here, unless Absolute has a crazy last 2 laps.
Or if any of these guys, I know Mark has a couple penalties. I
Or
think he has
penalties,
2.
yeah. Yeah. But
There's
on
the
track
sunshine.
anyway. Definitely nowhere near far enough out to dry the track out.
Oh, Mark goes wide. Is Absolute going to get him here? Side by side.
Leclerc starting his final lap. Mark holds on outside. There goes Absolute.
Oh, side by
Oh,
side.
Mark's still holding on. Oh, this is going to get nasty. Oh, no. They still have another lap after this.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to jump to Leclerc in a little bit. And Bravo.
I'm watching him.
If you guys...
Leclerc
yeah.
just did the hairpin.
Okay. I'm anxious to see
No
if
other
Leclerc holds
battles
on to
other
this.
than Absolute for sure.
But even so, Dark Mark definitely
Absolute
drives
doesn't
my
have
day.
hardly any battery. Mark doesn't have hardly any battery either.
All right, I'm going to jump to Leclerc. Has held on. I
Yeah,
believe
he's in
he's going to
sector
hold
2
on
now.
to the lead and grab his 2nd win. 2 for 2.
Leclerc's in hot lap. He's got to be careful. Don't lose it now. Trying to push.
Can he come and grab a win regardless of his penalties? He's 9.3 seconds ahead.
There he goes.
9.2. 9.1.
I think he's got it.
Does he grab it? Crosses the line. Will that be enough?
Now it's on Rob. Now it's on Rob.
Claire on 2nd.
9.1. I think it's 1/10 apart.
Oh,
1.1.
So Leclerc does get it. Bingley.
Bingley,
Slides
huge
past.
podium.
Carzola, like I said, a dark horse, comes solid 4th.
Mark, Mark is going to hang on here against
Cookie chip.
Absolute.
Stays 5th. Skillen is going to grab 6th. Dark Mark and Absolute. Here we go. Oh, Absolute goes really wide.
Yep.
Oh, these guys right to the... Absolute gets a 3-second time penalty. Puts it in the wall.
I invited them
PTR
all.
coming across the line. PTR grabs 9th, and Jono, a good outing, picks up a point for his troubles. It's going to come home 10th, with Swanee in 11th, Postglad in 12th, LaFerrari 13th,
Eventful.
and Veronica 14th. It was, definitely. So once these guys jump in, we will do our driver interviews for this race. I have a couple questions. I'm sure some of these guys are not going to be too happy. We have Dark Mark in the party.
It must have invited the wrong person.
Blair's here. Rabo's here.
Rabo, no penalties.
Just
Swanee
waiting for
and Postglad,
Bingley.
no
All right.
penalties.
We have all the drivers here today.
Just
I
make
will
sure you
start
include your
off.
audio.
Yes, guys, hit that tick button. What a race. That's all I got to say. But I'm going to bring it to our race winner, Leclerc. Solid race today. All I can say is, wow, between you and Rabo, that was an incredible drive. Go on, mate. Tell us about your drive today.
It was, first of all, a pretty good qualifying. Q2 was hot with the intermediate tire. I made a good lap in Q3, and that was pole. My start was good, and at the first run with Robo it was pretty close. I pit 2 or 3 laps earlier than him, and I made a gap. And when the rains come, when I pit in order to put the wet tire, I took a stop go because I arrived too quickly in the pit lane, and that's it.
Okay, I don't want to take any questions away from Sam, but I was going to ask you, did you feel a little nervous when you picked up your 3-second for corner cutting, and then the big one, the 5-second stop
The
go?
last warning was a joke. It was absolutely a joke. I was my tires was absolutely on the line. I took a screen, so but the stop go, it was I was pretty angry. So
yeah, I was gonna wait till we asked Rob about it to ask about it. So
okay, but no, cheers, man. Great drive. Congratulations for that win, and hopefully we talk to you next week. So we're gonna dive into our second place driver, Rabo. Tell us how it went.
Well, put it this way, I've had a bad race considering I finished in second. Where do I start? Taken out by absolute low to the point I almost spun round. And then when I came in for my inters, they were still sitting on their asses. So I didn't get my inters straight away. I had to sit there for an extra 5 seconds while they run out frantically with my inters. And that's how I went from being 2.1 seconds behind Leclerc to being 8.7, which is annoyingly outside of his outside of his penalty window. So I lose the race by a second. No, my guys didn't have the tyres there for me when I came into the pits. I was just stopped.
This
and
game
all of a
is a
sudden
joke.
Yeah, I came into the pits and they didn't have my tyres ready. When we both came into the pits, you know, I was right behind you, wasn't I? And all of a sudden, they just didn't get my tyres ready. And then I was about 8 seconds clear of Bingley, then to being only 3 seconds. And then I know I weren't so great in the wet, but I reckon if it went for absolute low, I reckon things gone my way, I may have won. But you know, the better news is obviously I've had a couple of bad races, and it felt good for Tom to have a bit of bad luck this weekend. Just because I've bled so many points from Spain onwards, so it felt good to build the gap out a little bit more. But I'd imagine it'll be fluctuating for the whole season. It wouldn't surprise me if I see Leclerc in third, a couple of points behind at one point. So yeah, taking it one race at a time.
Sam,
Yeah,
we could go for it.
I was gonna say we couldn't figure out how you lost so much time. I just guessed that all that time came from you getting spun and just trying to get resituated on track. But yeah, I had no idea that you got held up in the pit because we were talking about it on stream. We couldn't believe suddenly there was this huge gap and Leclerc was going to clear his penalties. So I mean, I really think that you were going to take the win. Maybe not on track, but on penalties at
penalties,
least.
Yeah.
Real
That
quick
is what it
question.
is.
You did mention it. A little bit of thoughts into the incident with you and Absolute. I know that kind of threw you off for a bit. Might have even cost
Did you see it,
the
did you?
race. What's that?
Did you catch it? Did you catch it at all? When he spun
We
it?
did catch the very tail end.
Yeah,
of
I
it,
did. I
know.
recorded it.
Brilliant. Cheers, mate. I didn't record it in the end because I was that pissed off. I was just concentrating on trying to get back up to racing speed. I thought I was actually
Yeah, I have to
going to
go
be
through
spun the
my
whole way round.
captures. I'm pretty sure I got it.
Cheers.
But solid second. Your rival didn't have the greatest outing, so a little bit more of a further push in the points going into a lot of your guys' home track next week, Britain. So we will catch you then. Hopefully we talk to you then. And on to our third place driver, Bingley. One hell of a drive, man, from 10th to 3rd. Tell us about it. I want to hear about it.
That's good. I made some good overtakes. I do like the track. I just couldn't put a lap together in qualifying. But can't blame anyone but myself. Anyway, I'm happy with third. I know Towley crashed out, but yeah, it was good.
The man of not so many words. But hey, Sam, do you have any questions?
My main question for Bingley, other than about qualifying, was about the start. Did you, since you were further back than Leclerc and Rob, you were back there, around that huge
Oh
incident?
mate, I was the
and, I mean,
first
any of
person
you,
behind.
yeah, I was gonna say,
Thank God.
any of you guys can answer it, but especially Bingley, since you were back there. I mean, did Rob and Leclerc, did you guys even see or know what happened at the start? And Bingley, tell us about it.
But I think there's two people. They just didn't start again when the lights out. So I also had to react that quick. I must have been centimeters away from crashing into them. I managed to get around them. So
Yeah, I was watching on the stream, and it was carnage. It was pretty bad.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys had a solid race. Actually, Mark, I'm going to ask you to include your audio for a quick second. Mark is here with us in party.
Yeah, Mark, you had a great drive.
The only reason is because you actually are here in our party. I know you didn't have the greatest of day, so we send our condolences, and I wanted to let you know that between me and Sam, you were definitely voted as driver of the day. You had a solid race. Get yourself 7th. Get in there, get those points.
Cheers.
Had a great drive.
Yeah, I wanted to earn those points today, as you know why. So
You definitely earned it, man. Congratulations. So that's going to do it for our Austria stream, guys. We are going to be back next Sunday at Britain. A lot of these guys home track. It'll be very interesting to see who goes for that win. We will catch you same time, same channel. But until then, thanks for viewing, and I will see you on the next one.